Yeah, I was not expecting the race to be that fast, and yeah, just have a lot to process right now between like becoming an Olympian and running a huge PR. Yeah, I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, it really is like the best possible day scenario. Between you and your training partners, was there much of a conversation about how this race was going to go out? Obviously, it was Ellie at the front really pushing the tempo.
Yeah.
Was there any conversation at all, or did you all sort of have your own individualized plans?
Yeah, we had our own individualized plans, but we knew each other's plans. So I knew that Ellie was going to make it a fast race, and I knew that that was going to benefit me. And yeah, so it was definitely like an advantage to know that. I didn't know it was going to be quite that fast, but I think it's a good thing. And yeah, I think we just like completely elevated U.S. distance running today like that. Yeah, so it's just amazing. Yeah.
You didn't know it was going to be that fast, but did you feel like a race that fast beforehand? Did you think that a race that fast was in you?
I thought I could run 3:57. Yeah, and I was hoping to run 3:56 by the end of the season. I didn't know I could run 3:55 today. So, yeah, I definitely surprised myself. I think a lot of people surprised themselves today. Yeah.
7 people with all the PBs by their name.
Seriously.
I mean, obviously, Scotland is Scotland. You know, Oregon is Oregon. But the fact that it's you and Nikki, you know, up there doing your thing in Scotland, like at any point during that, like the last stretch of that race, is like, okay, hey, like I'm with the person or people that I need to be, and if we did it in Scotland, we can do it here. Like, or are you just completely turning your mind off at that point?
I was just running for my life the last 200 meters. Yeah, I wasn't thinking too much about who was around me. Obviously, it's really easy to pick out my 2 teammates. I knew they were next to me, and I remember thinking the last, like, it was like with 150 to go, like, how cool is this? Like, the 3 of us were in the line. I knew Nikki was coming, you know, so I was just running for my life, focusing on myself, and just trying to get across the line. Yeah.
So, I mean, to accomplish what you did there, and then now to have this to set up yet another opportunity, you know, to potentially get to an Olympic final and whatnot. I mean, just like when there's that level of consistency in the biggest races, you know, on the biggest stages, like what has that done for you, just to provide, you know, kind of that reassurance and that belief that it's like it doesn't matter the field, you know, doesn't matter indoor, bank track, outdoor, you know, oval, like I'm ready to go.
Yeah, no, it gives me a lot of confidence. Yeah, I think that I am a consistent runner, a very consistent runner, and that's one of my superpowers. And yeah, I know that even like if I'm not feeling 100%, I can get it done. And yeah, so I just keep drawing a lot of confidence, like from all of these different races, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, my goal was to make the team. I thought that it was realistic, but it was going to be very hard to do. And if my goal when I hopefully made the team was to make it to the final and at the Olympics, and so that hasn't really changed. But yeah, now I'm like, okay, maybe top 8. I don't know, like top 6. Who knows? I think I have a lot more fun to do, and I definitely will have to start redefining my goals. Yeah.
To run at 55 when you said like, oh, maybe 57, you know, I mean, did it, I know it was hard, but did it feel like that took every ounce of everything that I've ever had to give to run 55, or do you feel like, okay, we still see a path to where it could be 54 or 53 if it needs to be?
I mean, that definitely felt like it took everything in me today, but I think that we might not be peaked yet, so I'm not sure. I hope that, I mean, yeah. Okay. I hope there's more in there. I think that there is, and if not this year, then next year. I think that I get stronger each year, and so I hope to continue on that same trajectory, and I don't think that I'm not done yet. Yeah.
You said you thought this race elevated American 1500 meter running. How do you think that's been accomplished? What factors go into elevating this event?
Wow, honestly, a big part of it's just been watching Ellie do what she's doing. The fact that she came back from the 5K and was able to do what she did today in the 1500, like, that's huge, you know, and she's really been paving the way and like showing us what's possible. Her running like 3:56 at the pre-classic was super inspiring to me, and yeah, being her teammate and getting to be around her all the time, at least for me, definitely, elevates me and makes me a better runner, and I think that other women in the 1500, even if they're not training with her, feel the same way. So,
can you tell us a little bit about like Moose and like how you think he's helped your team, help you specifically, like achieve?
Yeah, I think that he's just like a master at his craft, right? He's an amazing coach, and I think that he's like One thing that's really special about him is how he's able to develop athletes. I think that, I mean, me, Heather, and Ellie, all three of us come from smaller colleges, and we were a little bit underdeveloped in our college careers, and I think he's just does such a great job with helping us progress and get to this next level.
You don't have like recruiting pitch to you at school? What was the draw, I guess?
We didn't have to say anything. I was following Heather and Ellie's careers, and I started following the team as a whole, and I liked what I saw. You know, I mean, Mark has such a great resume; it speaks for itself. He didn't have to do any recruiting. I had my mind made up before I even visited the team. I was like, "That's the team I want to be on." And then visiting that team really solidified it for me. And being on the team for two years now, I definitely made the right decision. So couldn't be happier with my situation with training, and I have the best training partners, great facilities. New Balance is an amazing sponsor, and I just have such an amazing team of people backing me, and I couldn't be more thankful.
It's a little bittersweet. Heather, did you say anything to her after? Give her a
Yeah,
hug?
I saw her. I gave her a hug and I told her I love her, and yeah, I'll see her again later. And it's definitely bittersweet. Like, I had a moment when I first saw her after, and I felt really sad because in the last 100 meters of the race, I thought we were going to do it. There's a chance. We're all here. This is the three of us. This is amazing. I was so excited, and crossing the line, it was like such mixed emotions when I realized that we did a sweep. And I knew it was going to be really hard, but I knew it was possible. And yeah, I think that it's maybe next year. I think it's still a possibility, and yeah, pulling for her always.
Great job.